Hello and welcome back to the very definitely not rebooted Timberwolf Plays OpenTTD with an 1815 start and a number of ridiculous horse-based ideas. And this is very definitely not a reboot, so we are left with the detritus of 31 odd episodes worth of stupid puns and folk music trivia and general nonsense and things that are going wrong gradually, but Stonehaven Express seems to be doing okay. So this is where the things might get a little bit difficult for the Express, which are these hills. How much is loaded? Now it has a decent amount of momentum. Do you know that it hasn't really recaptured its speed as it gets up to there? These low tractive effort of this sort of train, these kind of really old-fashioned express locomotives with the big sort of central wheel, which were not great for tractive effort. Yeah, they struggle a little at the hills, but it's okay. It's running at a decent enough speed. It's faster than the Cramptons, but not by so much so that I'm worried it's going to stack up behind them. That said, I think we should probably put in a bypass or two. Now, Bucknell there. They think we're outstanding. Let's destroy that rating very, very quickly. Unfortunately, that's my own fault for this being, for having covered that slope in trees. Now, not covering it, uncovering it, detreeing it. Let's build that out there. Let's make this all worse. That's what we do. I'm just going to build a route around that station. Set up the path so there's a path there and there's a path there. This just means that when trains go into there and stop, the express can get round them, which will help. How does Little Shelford feel about us? We're still very poor, so we're not going to do anything with them. Let's leave the expresses running for a bit. We may want some more in the future, so the Carbis Bay, actually. Should we upset Carbis Bay as well? The local authority being standing. That is very swiftly about to not be the case because I'm about to build more station. So, goodbye trees. Actually, we'll probably get away with it. There's not... Let's build a little, the sort of platform out to the side. Let's use some of these kind of bay platforms. So, there we go. Let's build that, build that, build that. We kind of got away with it there. Yeah, so let's build a nice little bay platform out to the side. There we go. We can have a depot at the top there. Oh, we got away with that. They didn't mind us destroying those trees. They were happy enough about it. So let's Carbis Bay set up. Let's have a look at these expresses as well. So this one is Middle West. This one Stonehaven Green Central. This is, where is it? It's when it gets there. What I will do is I will clone it. So let me get my depot window up. This, and they still will need the timetables to properly separate, but this at least means we have a train at either end of that line. It's a little way away. Let's speed things up. Let's make that go fast. So, there we go. So as that gets around to there, and then you just clone that, then we've got another express. That looks good. Those. So, are these loading passengers yet? Oh, yes, it is. So, yes, so that will now start making money, which is good. Hopefully it will start making money. We know that things have a tendency to go wrong here, but I think it will. I think it will, hopefully. So, best thing is just look away. Then it will either run in the background being a total disaster, or it will run in the background being vaguely okay. So, any real disasters with our trains? Profit last year. The long distance salt ones, that's expected because they are running a very long distance, so they may take more than a year to get there. Though that salt line. Let's check this. Ooh, dear, the salt is appalling. Just haven't seen trains in forever. So we should build some more salt trains. I'm not sure these are that profitable. I think we're taking the salt a bit too far. That's probably what everybody thought when I was doing all the salt-based puns with the fantastic salt opportunity. That was definitely Timberwolf. You're taking the salt a bit too far there. It was one-off thing that used the introduction for the idea of a Babbage laptop, and it wasn't really successful then. It's not really successful now. You've taken the salt far too far, and now exactly what we're doing. But this is good because while these are slow, these are 40 miles an hour. We will get faster trains in future, and this salt will become more viable. We'll be able to run longer trains as well, so it wouldn't be too bad. This maybe is not the best route right now, but in future it could be. Look at this. Let's see what the timetable says. Yes, so they take about a year to get out there, and they take about a year to get back. But once we get to trains that are faster, that will improve. Oh, lions. Now, why is that the case? Is this a lion-related problem? Yeah, lions are gone. Lions are dead to us. So these lions, they don't really do very much. So I'm just going to replace them with this little tank engine, I think, actually. I think that would work quite nicely. They just have that little Stroley tank engine there. And that's good. So, anyway, I've not really gone anywhere useful with this so far. So, let's get back to the blast furnace, because this is something that I want to start hooking up more of. So, iron ore is the next thing. How convenient. There is an iron ore mine just there. Let's bring this iron ore into the network. So, let's build a mineral silo. I'm just going to do the usual thing of flattening out that so I can actually build it, and then just sticking a... Ooh, I need to flatten that a bit more. It's a nice terminus station there. This looks quite attractive, I think. This sort of station on top of it with the tunnel under it. I quite like that. There we go. On we go. And this can probably extend out a bit, so we then get our bridge that goes across here. Ooh. Have I taken that? Isn't that the right direction? Yes, that is the right direction. Good. No need to panic about which direction my junction is going in. There we go. And that can come down there. So this is my route off. This is the kind of route on. Let's signal up the station as well. So path signal on the exit. Regular block signal there. Exit signal. Oh, that was dumb. There, we can't really do anything with that yet. Remove that. So we could. Now the issue with this, if I put this here, I want to avoid a 90 degree turn, but that's fine. I can do that. That is possible. So exit signal there, the entry signal there, and a path-based signal on the exit, and the depot for an overflow. That, I think, avoid the 90 degree turn, so let's put that there. So there we have a reasonable little station with an overflow. And these sort of primitive overflows, they are relatively low capacity. Right, so you can end up with, you can get faster overflows if you need them. So what I want to see is if there's a facility now for trains to come in from this direction. So I don't think we do have anything yet. Everything you kind of have, you go past Westminster Woods, but there's no way to get onto here. So what can we do with this? Well, let's see. So what we would need is let's build a little junction track across there, which gets trains onto there. And then we can build a junction track up here, which gets... Ooh, no, not change the signalling distance. Which gets trains up to here, which was not what we wanted to do. That's completely pointless. Why did you bother? Pay attention, please. That's not going to work. how can we get trains on there? Well, what we really need is a bridge here. This will cause problems with the path-based signalling. So what I actually need is that to become the sort of wiggly. There we go. Made that wiggly. Let's get rid of that. So there we go. This little bit unorthodox, but it will work. So there we go. So that brings that around there. That's how these come around there. That can wander off onto that. So that's good. So that now let's bring the iron ore trains in. So let's build Drummond class Cs. I think we're fairly certain that those are the future. Let's see how much this produced. 180 tons. So I think 180 tons is probably about right for these. 10-ton brake fan. There we go. Linlithgow Woods, and they go to. Well, this is a drop-off station. This should be fine. We can just kind of drop off at the West Winchester furnace. Everything, so that's good. Let's put some unroute trains because iron ore. So let's connect up this iron ore now. So let's put that in there. Clone that. Let's have 3 of them. We know I'm just hopelessly bad at judging how many trains I need, but that's fine. We can refine later. So there we go. So that's going into there. What next? So first train rise there. That's fine. Let's take the iron here. We also need limestone, but question is, do I want to do limestone or do I want to connect up more iron first? Do I have any more iron ore mines actually sort of en route? Good question. So I think yes, actually, because we come up here for this coal mine, Convert Colliery, which is still this feels like it needs more trains again. I'm just going to add 1 because every so often I go out to here and I find it needs more trains, and then I add a load. Then I go, oh no, too many, roll it back, and then I go, actually, you have more than I have fewer than I need, and I oscillate between the two. So let's not do that. Let's connect this. So this was an iron ore mine, the Clanfair one, which I wanted to play with before. So this is where my routing here is going to start looking like one of those kind of AI spaghetti networks, but let's not worry too much about that. Let's build another terminus station. So this is going to have to go up here, which is where this comes from. This is sort of very much AI spaghetti network technology. It's made of noodles. There we go. That actually has to be a block signal. Let's B and exit signals here. There we go. That's good. That connects up the iron ore mine to this bit of the network. Will this take it down here? Yes, it will, but we have some capacity issues. Let's see how that goes, though. So I'm just going to come back up to here and find my iron ore trains. I just want to clone one of them. So to clone this, but obviously it's not going to go there. It's going to go there. Full load. We probably need 4 of these, I think. This is further away. Let's see, how much is it? 270 tons. It's normal production, so not over the top yet. So there we go. That's going to kind of come round down here. And there's coke oven up there. So these are doing well. This I'm a little worried about. I'm not sure whether there's enough capacity here for all the trains, but let's see how it goes. May find it's okay. May not. So well, that's good. So the next thing with this is let's look at the chain, because we want to look at the limestone now. limestone comes from quarries as well. So we have... down here we have a quarry. So we could connect to that. Ooh, we've got some stuff here which... Ooh! AI has built traction engines. Speaking of traction engines, actually, how do our food traction engines do? We'll take a little diversion here. Just to go look at the food. Yes. They have crates and things on them. That's good. So, ooh, actually, that could do with fewer vehicles, rather fewer vehicles, in fact. So, this is sort of a fairly normal thing, really, with this. So, I'm just going to send a few of these to the depot. To probably send a lot more of them to the depot. But maybe the solution is to increase production. I also don't want to get too distracted with this. Oh dear. Fear I might be getting distracted with this. Send a few of these to the depot. Just have fewer of them. So, there we go. So that's a future problem. I will deal with that at some point. Let's get back into this quarry. 63 tons of limestone. That is a bit useless. Now, is there a better quarry or a better limestone mine? There's a limestone mine down here. 180 tons of limestone. That looks a lot healthier. So, and a coke oven. We're probably not going to use the coke oven, but the limestone we can. So, well, let's build our typical station. This is becoming this is obviously becoming quite a pattern. Really, these which exit signal here, and this eventually block signal, then path-based signals here. And this is kind of, I guess, is what I might call a medium capacity solution. Now let's look at this. We probably do want to go up one. Let's give the train a little bit of time to get up to speed before we do it. We'll be using those Class Cs. Those Class Cs are quite powerful, so probably don't need to do too much of this. And a little bit is probably a good idea. I'm not trying to take the train up too much of a steep hill. So I'm going to build this, send this around here. And just ignore those stacking up, those traction engines, because I can deal with them in bulk later. So let's not go around there so much. Let's slacken that off and do that there. Let's flatten this. And let's move that across there. No, let's not do that. Then let's push this across here. So now I have a situation where this is the line which goes off and back. So I'm going to do that. Because this goes up a hill, I'm going to give it a bit of a run up so that this doesn't slow up the main line too much. Ooh, this has a bit of a problem because this has this river over here. So kind of need to bridge that. Yes, I can bridge that. Come down there. Then my obsession with not building over the rivers is continuing. So then this can come over here through a cutting like that. And I think that actually needs to come down here. Ooh, this is still a bit long, isn't it? Right, so that's going to be a bit of a tight turn there. Oh, I can't do that without destroying the river, so there's no point in making that a tight turn. What I can do is just pop that there. Then that can go in there. That can go in there just before that. There. Perfect. All very nice. And let's sell a few of those off. That's a lot of those off. Let's build limestone. So I didn't want to clone. I just wanted to build some Class Cs again. Let's refit them to... We got 180 tons of limestone. Perfect. I wasn't counting that. That was just entirely accidental that worked. Limestone going to go up here, and we are then going to drop these off at Westminster Furnace. And that's good because that's coming from this side, which means the Let me just make a group for these as well. So I'm going to call these furnace limestone. So that's good because I'm not using the bit near the coke oven where the capacity is quite critical. I'm using the sort of normal bit of these. So I'm going to try and drag these. The dragging doesn't do what I was hoping it would do. There we go. And I'm going to just have 3 of them because it's not a very high production line, but this now brings us up to most of the cargoes will be being supplied. So one last thing I want to do is this. This is not producing very much, but we can actually use some of this. So let's just build a 1x4 here. And we're just going to build a little line. Tiny sort of industrial line up here. I don't know if they're not going to like us doing this, but we shall survive. And mineral silo here. Oh no, that was not smart. Now, is there any way I can build this outside the local authority, right? Well, plant some trees. Don't think it goes well, does it? There we go. So some trees. Let's see what they think of us now. Ah dear, very, very poor. I don't want to have to do that horrible thing where. There we go. So I want to avoid having to do that horrible sort of cheesy thing where you destroy all the trees and then rebuild new ones, because what happens if you destroy all the trees and rebuild new ones is your rating drops as bad as it can possibly get because you destroyed all the trees. It drops to 0 and then it can go no lower. But then you build some more trees and you can build enough trees to take your rating up. To take your rating up to, I think, mediocre or something. So it's a little bit of a cheat. No, I'm trying to avoid that. So let's build what is kind of the cheapest train that I've got. So it's actually this 517 class is fairly powerful. This has a lot less tractive effort. I think I'm going to go with a 517. Then I'm just going to build some open wagons and limestones. 105 tons is too much. This is only making 64 tons. So 75 tons. They want about a month's production in it. That probably 60 tons is probably enough. Let's make it a little fast with a brake fan. Then it's going to go here. Then it's going to go here, which is just transfer and leave empty. And it's going to full load here. There we go. So that's 2 little limestone trains. I'm just going to build the new group, which is the... yeah. So this is a little industrial short line here. That... you get that, can go in there. So what's going to happen here is these are going to go and they're going to load up limestone from the quarry, which really doesn't make much limestone. It wasn't really worth the creating sort of a proper train line to convert it, to carry it. But it was worth carrying little lines. These will fill up here, and they will come down here, and they will drop off the limestone here, meaning we will end up transporting all of the limestone. Oh, we need more trains on that. 3 was not enough. And we'll end up transporting all the limestone all the way up. So we will have lots of nice, regular, frequent limestone deliveries to this. And we're starting to get lots and lots of pig iron. And this is good because we're now at the point where if you look at the cargoes that we've been dealing with early on, we had limestone was very popular. Coke, we've had coal. Let's have a look at where the iron is. So pig iron, cast iron, and slag as well. Slag is not worth very much, but the one thing with this is these go off quickly. Iron clearly has a best before date, so we do need somewhere to take iron. Let's have a look, for example, of where we could take the pig iron, which is where we make most of it. A pig iron now, we need another furnace, so that's not going to happen for a while. Cast iron, it's an engine plant. Do we have any of those? 4. So we could go to an engine plant. Where do we have engine plants? Oh, they're all the way down here. So that might not be viable yet. We might have to build an engine plant as well. So there's a lot of stuff we're going to have to build. Let's have a look at that. So it's an engine plant. So basic oxygen furnace is 2.5 million. So save up for that. Build an engine plant. So 4 million. So we need to save up for this, I think. Build this sort of industrial might around here. But I think it's feasible. But I think for now we're kind of our usual 25-minute length that we try to get to. So I shall leave that there, and I shall see you next time.